Ring-a-ding-ding kitties! Kraken Cody here, and welcome to the second culture review. I have been away for... I haven't done a video in technically less than a minute ago, but I really haven't done a video over the whole Thanksgiving break, because I was away from my computer and webcam and such. This culture review will span a little bit longer. But I didn't read any books. I mean, I started reading the Divine Comedy, Purgatorio. So this, there are going to be major spoilers in this one. I will tell you beforehand, so you don't have to guess when the spoilers are. It's mostly going to be about Walking Dead, the last two episodes of this part of the season, which we'll get to it. Call of Duty Ghosts, I'll do my review of that, and then in terms of the movie, it's going to be 12 Years a Slave. So I'm going to start with the movie, 12 Years a Slave, and these are all going to be out of 10. I saw this 2 Sundays, not this last Sunday, but 2 Sundays ago. I saw it. Originally, I was by myself seeing it, and this is story time. This black couple came in, and they sat in the row in front of me to the left, and just before the movie started, and the lady, she turns and asks me, she's like, I know this is going to be a personal question, but what kind of enjoyment do you get out of watching movies like this about slavery, and why do you want to see a movie like this? And it was very weird, because I was the only one in there. It was just me and them two in an empty theater, and I just gave her some, like, it's the award season's coming up, and I'm an actor, stuff like that. And after the movie, she's like, oh yeah, I love history and stuff like that. It was just really, she made it really weird. Kept trying to talk to me. And then after the movie was over, she was all crying, and she's like, oh, how do you feel about that? And I don't know, it was really weird. But in terms of the movie itself, not the experience, in terms of the movie, I definitely would give it 10 out of 10. As a movie, it will definitely be an Oscar contender. And I definitely recommend it to anyone who is interested in seeing, if you like history, if you like entertainment. It's not a love story. It's about it's about a free African-American man in the early 1800s, before the Civil War, he's a violin player, and he leaves D.C. to go south. No, he leaves New York to go south to D.C., and he ends up getting kidnapped and essentially sold into slavery, even though he's a free man, and no one believes him. It's a great movie. Great movie. People told me I'd cry at the end. I didn't. In all honesty, even Captain Phillips made me more sad in that movie. But see it. It's a really good movie. On to the next thing, which is shorter than the big one. This is gonna be a big Walking Dead episode. But Call of Duty Ghosts. I played it all. I beat it in one day. It took a lot longer than I expected to play. I played a good 8 hours in that game. Just the campaign. I didn't play multiplayer. I'm not a big multiplayer person. I make all my judgments based off campaign. That's where the story comes from. That's where the character derives from. I went into this a little biased. I stopped really liking the Call of Duty games after World at War. Call of Duty 4, the first Modern Warfare was great. I love all the World War II games. It just lost me at Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Black Ops 1 and 2. So, a lot of people will say, oh, it's just another Call of Duty game. And I was one of those people until I played it. I would give this game an 8 out of 10. I'm just going to say that now. The campaign was just so... They actually did different things. There's some fighting in space. There's fighting underwater. And a lot of it. In terms of both of those. The stealth missions are different. With the dog, the character's name's Riley, the dog. a different element of gameplay there. And I actually liked the characters, the two brothers that you play as. And the ending, yeah, the main villain, his name was like Rourke. Yeah, it's Rourke. I always thought it was York, but it's Rourke. I was thinking, like Swedish. He wasn't as good as like some of the past villains in the games, but going in already not, thinking I wasn't going to like the game, and then I ended up really liking it. I probably wouldn't play it again, but based off of what I was going into, it was definitely a great game. I wish I would have played the multiplayer a little bit so I can say something about that, but I didn't. I'm just not a big multiplayer person. I judge games based off campaigns, so yeah, 8 out of 10. Definitely surprised me. Now for the big part. Big part. Walking Dead. The mid-season finale happened last night. I can't even put numbers on it because it was definitely, I can easily say that this last episode is my favorite episode out of the entire series. And now there are going to be major spoilers. Major spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, don't watch it. If you don't want to, or if you just don't care, you can go ahead and watch it. But major spoilers. Spoilers. My two favorite characters, since in season 2 Dale died, and he was my favorite character, and I really liked Herschel. I liked the whole wisdom thing. So Herschel became my favorite character in season 2, and I've always loved the Governor. So of course, when the Governor came in season 3, he became one of my favorites. So Herschel and Governor were my favorite characters. And last night's episode, they both died. When the Governor sliced off with Herschel's head, it was just, I could feel like I could have cried. Like if I really wanted to, I could have easily cried. I didn't, because I was so like enthralled with this. I was in the moment. Herschel's death. And it reflected Tyrese's death in the comics, because that's what happened it happened to Tyrese in the comics, but it happened to Herschel in the show. And Scott Wilson played Herschel so well, even though he was a little older. He played so well. And the Governor, through the entire episode, just so evil. Like, everything he said, like, it's not my daughter, I don't care. And then, when he gets Megan after she's dead and been bit, he just, shoots her in the head. He doesn't care. And he goes in and he fights Rick, and he almost kills Rick. If it wasn't for Michonne, Rick would have been dead. Which shows that the Governor is powerful in two ways. He's stronger, physically he's bigger, and so he could easily take Rick. And, even without an eye. And as a leader, he rallied his troops, within an hour. He's like, we're going in 30 minutes to attack this prison. There are innocent people there, and they followed him. Even with a tank, he proved that, Rick could barely hold together his own group without them killing each other. But the Governor, he took over a town, killed them all, and then took over another group, had them all killed too, and he ended up getting shot in the head by Lily after, being stabbed by Michonne. Which I really wish they would have shown him getting shot, like that whole scene where he gets shot in the other eye, which is what happens in the comics. But if I could give it, I'd give it like a 20 out of 10. Both the episodes, but that last night's episode was just, it was so good. It was so much build up. It was that battle that everyone wanted to see at the end of season 3 that we didn't see, and they gave it to us this mid-season. And I will miss Herschel, and I will definitely miss the Governor. David Morrissey he really needs, both of those characters at least deserve an Emmy nod. There's nothing else to say about that. So it was great. It was so good. So yeah, 12 Years a Slave, 10 out of 10. Call of Duty Ghosts, 8 out of 10. And Walking Dead mid-season finale, which is called Too Far Gone, a bajillion out of 10. It was really, okay, 10 out of 10 if you want to stick to the thing. But I just can't wait till February when it comes back on. So Stay safe, kitties. Keep an eye out for a video coming up here soon. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll be doing an opening. So yeah, stay safe, and don't get a glass shard in your eye and then get an eye patch and then go start murdering everyone.